It was quite embarrassing, to be quite honest.
I paid for the service for last year's WrestleMania weekend because I figured $15. There's like 17 shows. It's worth the money. That's how I convinced Mandy that it was worth the money. The problem I had with FlowSlam as an app was there was no way to search for anything. You couldn't search for anything. I couldn't find anything. I have to go through here to here to here. There was like 5 steps just to watch like Evolve. Like,
but remember when we went to that House of Hardcore in Waukesha, it was by FlowSlam. Right?
Yeah, the first FlowSlam show.
Right.
The first one.
If you looked at their equipment there,
it was terrible.
It looked like a reject in some kid's robotic competition.
Yeah, we were at one of the first live FlowSlam shows here in Waukesha.
The only thing that was missing is duct tape holding everything together. That was about it.
It was terrible. And even Tommy Dreamer was making fun of it. Tommy Dreamer was making fun of it during the show.
Oh, yeah. He goes, yes, this is going to be live on FlowSlam or Flow Shit, whatever you want to call it.
It was Out the Hardcore 20, for those who want to go back and see that show. It's probably on their Twitch channel now.
Yeah.
But that was a clusterfuck show as it was. Because, a true story. I'll tell this story. This is funny. Out the Hardcore 20. We have a show. The main event, was it like Bob Holly versus Sami Callihan? Was that like the main event of the show?
Yeah, I believe
But then, that was the main event for the FlowSlam feed. Well, in-house, we had a steel cage match as a dark match.
Oh, the one with Dave Hero?
Dave Hero and Damien and all them.
Tommy Dreamer.
It was a weird thing they had to do. And they had to put the cage up. It took them 45 minutes to put the cage up.
Well, what was really weird is...
Wow.
They have... Supposedly, they had a set of 4 people trying to put the cage up. Well, all of a sudden, these 4 people kind of run into things.
Forever.
And then
forever.
Recruited more people, and the first thing they're going is, do we have the right parts for the cage?
And we're watching this live. There's actually, if you go back on my Facebook, probably on the Blake Establishment Facebook feed, go back to this show about a year and a half ago, we were doing Facebook Live, watching them put the cage up.
Well, what is really weird is, as they're putting up the cage, they put the section next to it up first, figuring it was going to win.
Up first.
Where you kind of look at it and going, okay, you got to do the opposite sides first before you put in the other sections. Because if you put in the section next to it, it's not going to go in right because it's not going to be enough room for you to get the part in. And it's
the only highlight that came out of all that, the 45-minute wait, the cage finally goes up. We have this really bad cage match. The only thing that made a highlight for me was Sandman was there, and he did the full Enter Sandman entrance, and I had beer ended up pouring on me. Yeah. That was a highlight for me.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, dude.
That was a big thing with the time.
That was so cool.
How many people does it take to put up a cage?
That was so cool.
God.
I'll tell you, the Ring of Honor, I went to a show in Chicago Ridge, and they did a steel cage match at Chicago Ridge. And it was my first or second Ring of Honor show ever. And I think it was like a 10-man... I forgot the name of the match. It was a 10-man tag match that they did, and like Sweet and Sour was in the match. I have the DVD. And what the DVD doesn't tell you is that it took them, and I'm not exact. They took a second intermission to put the cage up, and that's fine. You got to take a second intermission to put the cage up, and then the wrestlers made more money because they had a second intermission to sell their shit.
Right.
And that's fine. I don't mind that. My problem was, it is 10:45 p.m.
And you're now putting the
cage up. The show started at 7:30. It is 10:45.
Oh, wow.
When they start putting this cage up, the match did not start until 11:35.
Little late, guys.
I didn't get home until almost 1:30 in the morning from that show.
My God.
That was insane. Oh my God! That ties it back to Ring of Honor. There you go.
There you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
I have a question for you, Haydn. Are you going to be going to any of the honor shows out in the UK?
As it stands at the moment, not at the moment. No, it's around about a bad time for me. I've got a million different things, work commitments around that time. I am trying to get a bit of time off, but at the moment I can't say I am for definite.
That's fine. I just figured I'd ask. I'm just curious. I know the War of the Worlds shows go on while I'm actually traveling myself. So I'm actually traveling
Oh,
while
okay.
those shows are going on. So we're probably not previewing those shows here because I'm traveling. You know what I mean? One of those things. So
I'll probably end up going to one, and I'll suddenly develop a cold the morning of the show, and not be able to go to work that day.
Hayden, your voice sounds like it's a little irritated.
I will say one thing, and this is the last thing we'll do.
Okay.
This will be the last thing I say because we have to throw it back to the main show, and we have to get back to this lineup because we have like 18 more shows to talk about after this on the main show. Ring of Honor, come back to Milwaukee. There is not a Milwaukee show scheduled this year, and we're getting pissed. We're actually getting really pissed because we want to go to a show, and they haven't scheduled one in Milwaukee yet this year.
If we don't get our Ring of Honor, I'm not
annoying.
gonna be a happy camper.
It's actually getting annoying. They get a yearly show, almost a yearly show or 2 shows a year. They have not booked anything here, and they're booked all the way through, like almost through the Jericho cruise. So they haven't done anything here yet.
Here's the thing. If Ring of Honor is not coming, there's always an opening for NXT.
I know, and this time if NXT comes to town, I want you to buy the tickets because I'll probably be at work like last time, and they sold out because I was at work. Anyway,
well, there you go.
No, Hayden, get your plugs in. Get your plugs in.
You can find me at Twitter at Haydn Gleed. I'm always welcome for a chat if you want to say hello, just discuss anything we've talked on the show today or anything in terms of WWE, NXT, Progress, Ring of Honor. Anything is absolutely fine. I'm always willing to have a conversation. In terms of ProWrestling.net, which is where most of my work is, you can usually find a blog every Friday, which is just me basically talking about the stories of the week as well as talking about my beloved soccer team, Cardiff City. But mostly it's about wrestling. But a lot of my stuff is behind the paywall for members, which you can find information on pwmembership.net. But a lot of my audio work goes behind the paywall. And also behind the paywall, the blogs are advert free. So check that out. If you need any more information, by all means, let me know. But in general, ProWrestling.net has a lot of content behind the paywall, which is incredibly worth it, if I do say so myself. So check that out. And as I said, any questions, by all means, hit me up.
Especially this week of WrestleMania weekend. I know I was listening to Jason run off a bunch of stuff on. I forgot what show he was talking about, running of all the stuff they're doing live. I'm like, holy shit, this is going to be a great weekend. This is going to be a great weekend. I will say,
pretty much. We've got preview predictions for every single show, live reviews of pretty much all the top shows over the weekend in written and audio form, and we've got the .net brunch on Sunday, WrestleMania Sunday, with Jason and Brian Fritz from BetweenTheRopes.com. I can't even remember everything off the top of my head. It's just going to be hours and hours of content. I can definitely say that there's nearly a 2.25 hour preview and predictions podcast going to be up in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting. Also, this is not just me putting over a friend. I do enjoy reading Hayden's column every Friday. I do read it every week, and I enjoy it. So
thank you.
I thought just be putting over a friend.
Thank you very much. That's very kind.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And we're going to throw it right back to us talking to Rich Fann. All right. 8 p.m. Axxess. The tournament final matches for the NXT Women's, North American, and Tag Team Championships will all be going on over there. So we'll move on back over to the Convention Center. I don't know much about this, but they announced some good matches. It is Style Battle. The end of Season 1. I don't know what Style Battle is. Rich, you know what Style Battle is?
Yeah, so Style Battle is supposed to be a show where you see different wrestling styles in the matches. I don't know if it's kicked off well because I haven't watched it. But so you see like the people mixed up, like Keith Lee versus Nick Gage. So you have a wrestler versus a deathmatch guy. Matt Riddle versus Dave Chris, same thing. It's too much for me to keep track of, and at some point you gotta say I got other shows to watch and I got a DVR to catch up on. So I have never been a big Style Battle fan.
Well, the other matches on the other side of the bracket are Anthony Henry versus Jason Kincaid and Darby Allin versus Tracer X. There's also a Wildcat versus Freelance Wrestling match of Kurt Matthews and Jarrett Wayne versus Matt Kicks and Stevie Vance. And this is one of those shows that's kind of just going to happen. I don't know how many people are actually going to watch it because it's head-to-head with a bunch of other things. You know, it's kind of there. Why is it there? Like, it's head-to-head with Ring of Honor and NXT.
Hey, there might be a market.
Yeah, true. Well, NXT is sold out, so that could be it, too. NXT is sold out. So, meanwhile, in one of my favorite times announced later that night, 11 p.m. or 1 hour after NXT Takeover New Orleans, gives you plenty of time to get back over to the Sugar Mill for House of Hardcore 40.
40?
40. Okay. And it's streaming on Twitch, and I will try to watch this live. I'm not 100% sure. Depends on how tired I am. Twitch TV Championship Tournament. We have Swoggle versus Alex Reynolds.
Wait. Swoggle?
Hornswoggle.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
And Willie Mack versus Killer Cross, and the winners will face each other for the Twitch TV Championship. And the special guest, the winners will face each other against Sami Callihan with special guest referee Jerry Lynn for the Twitch TV Championship.
Jerry Lynn. Oh.
And we're having a Bourbon Street fight. God, I love it. Tommy Dreamer and Billy Gunn versus the Killer Elite Squad.
Wait, whoa. Tommy Dreamer and Billy Gunn in a Bourbon Street fight?
Versus the Killer Elite Squad.
Okay, here's the thing. I think you've got...
Billy Gunn might be drunk when this happens.
No. Here's the thing. If you replace Tommy Dreamer with Cowboy James Storm, I think it would be kind of more fitting of a Bourbon Street
Dreamer's
fight.
going to be on the show somewhere, so that's what it is.
Okay.
And then we also have... I'm not making this up. It is the Squad...
The
Squad. You know what the Squad is.
Yes.
Versus the Rock and Roll Express and a mystery partner.
Rock and Roll Express and mystery partner. Gee, would that be the Honky Tonk Man?
Doesn't say.
Okay.
And we also, in this show, we also have Austin Aries versus Brian Cage.
Well, that should be a quick 2 minutes out of it.
I don't even know.
This is how the hardcore. Rich, your thoughts?
I think this will be when I'm asleep. And I will catch up on that bad boy later because that sounds insane. And at some point, I have to figure out where my life has to stop. And it's going to be, by God, with watching the 40th House of Hardcore match. I think Sami Callihan, here in that card, I want it to be Swoggle. So help me, I need Swoggle to win that TV championship.
Just for the hell of it?
Yeah, I always root for chaos.
Well, the funny part is, the hardcore show we were at, Swoggle might have been the more... It was Swoggle... What was that matchup? It was terrible. It was Swoggle and Al Snow versus the Squad.
Yeah.
It was absolutely awful. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah. My thing is the Brian Cage and Austin Aries match. That's a squash match for Brian Cage.
Austin Aries will do his thing. You know he will.
No, I don't think he's going to be able to overtake Brian Cage.
Well, 11:55, we have I love talking about it, but I don't know much about it. It's Kaiju Big Battle, Live and Let Die. Rich, would you explain to people what the fuck Kaiju Big Battle is? I always try to explain this, and I can't do a good job.
It's fun because it's the first time I was treated to it was in Texas, where Kota Ibushi was more than happy to dress up and join the party. Kaiju Big Battle is a show in which you take any wrestlers you want. They dress up like the Godzilla Tojo film monsters or kaiju, and they have a wrestling match in the outfits. So it's wild, it's weird, and it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I've seen that.
I tried to watch it last year. Not live, but at Flow Slam, the awful Flow Slam, was airing it on demand part. I'm like, well, I'll tune in. And I see a slide in the ring, and I'm like, you know what? There's not enough lighting, and I'm not watching this. I can't do it. It's just, I can't. I'm too tired. I can't do this.
Godzilla versus Mothra.
That's not even far-fetched.
I know. That's
not even far-fetched. All right, so Sunday morning, before you go to WrestleMania, Axxess. One more time. And this is actually a really big Axxess block, because not only do we have the UK Championship match, Pete Dunne versus the winner of his tournament. Mm-hmm. We have the Tag Team Championship match, winner of the tournament versus the champions come out of TakeOver. We have the Women's Championship match against a person from TakeOver. The first North American Championship title defense after whoever wins it at TakeOver. We also have a WWN Championship match. We have a Progress Championship match. We have a Progress Women's Championship match and a Progress Tag Team Championship match. Rich, what the fuck is going on here?
This is, again, that whole we brought these guys in because that's one of the fun things about WWE. For these shows, they're helping foot the bill with getting the visas and all that for some of these talents that they have agreements with their promotions. So this is where